So this woman come on our good internet talking about her ex pressing charges against her because of the month that she gave him, and goes off to list 30 of the most egregious things that I have heard. Ma'am, I'm wondering why he didn't press charges sooner.
My ex is pressing charges against me for giving him the most eventful month of his life in the month of December, so I figured I'd go ahead and share with you the complete list of 30 things that I did. On day 1, I superglued his gas tank shut. On day 2, I wrote a letter to his mother about a secret child that he's been hiding for 5 years. I made that whole thing up, but my letter was very emotional and believable. On day 3, I sent flowers to his job with a note from his sponsor, implying that he relapsed over the weekend, but that it's okay. On day 4, I had random people show up at his door at all times of the night so that he was sleep deprived and actually looked like an addict at work the next day. On day 5, I made a Tinder profile for him as a down low man who loves aggressive men and asked that they text him. And I said that if he responds negatively, it just means that his girlfriend is nearby and that they should try again later, and also send pics of their junk. On day 6, I wrote a letter to the bank that he was financing his car through, pretending to be him, and I voluntarily surrendered his vehicle. They did, in fact, repossess his car. On day 7, I wrote a letter to his landlord from a concerned neighbor about his addiction and strangers showing up at his door at all times of night, and I said that I was concerned he may be dealing. I weaponized SEO on day 8, and I made a wedding registry so any woman looking to date him will think that he's an engaged cheater. On day 9, I convinced him he has a stalker. On day 10, I mailed him an official letter notifying him that he is being investigated for drug smuggling. On day 11, I mailed him a letter from the Department of Public Health saying he is a person of contact for an antibiotic-resistant strain of super gonorrhea. On day 12, I mailed a missed appointment postcard from a fake erectile dysfunction clinic to his job. On day 13, I entered his home, injected his mattress with milk, painted sugar water along the baseboards to attract ants, and I put beef bouillon cubes and Jolly Ranchers in his shower head. On day 14, I signed him up for Scientology courses. On day 15, I sent him a fake voodoo doll of him with a needle through the crotch because I knew at this point he was probably thinking he was cursed.
Let's take a pause for a second. Day 14 had to be the best day. Signed him up for Scientology classes. Trying to advance his life. The rest of it straight BS. Ma'am, I would have been trying to get some type of restraining order, restriction, some type of... Look, I would have reported you, oh my God, from the ED to the voodoo doll to the marriage registry. Like, what did he do to you, ma'am? Let's finish the video.
Day 16, I pretended to be his wife and I called to get his utilities shut off. On day 17, I called his grandma pretending to be a nursing home, informing her that the application he submitted for her has been approved. On day 18, I sent him a fake obituary, claiming to have found it on his best friend's computer, warning him that he may be in danger. On day 19, I called his office front desk and left a voicemail saying he got the job he applied for, stating that we know he was trying to get a new one quickly and that he can start Monday. On day 20, I messaged his family and friends with fake documentation of him donating to radical groups. On day 21, I created a profile for him on a social media platform and wrote a detailed confessional about how he's sexually attracted to his mother and that has been the cause of his addiction this whole time. On day 22, I called a close family member of his pretending to be a life insurance company, notifying them that he tried to take out several policies on them. On day 23, I called and offered him the job of his dreams. The morning he was supposed to start, I rescinded the fake offer and told him he needs to talk to the people in his close circles because they did not have good things to say about him. On day 24, I emailed his landlord giving a 30-day notice that he's moving out. On day 25, I reported him deceased to his bank to get his accounts frozen. On day 26, I called his mother's church and informed them that he had made me get an abortion, and it was a very emotional phone call. I talked about how I can't live with myself. On day 27, I went on a podcast and painted him as a deadbeat father to the child that I lied about him having to his mother. On day 28, I put up flyers in his neighborhood warning neighbors that he is a peeping Tom. On day 29, I sent him an anonymous email informing him that someone may be out to get him and that the last 28 days have in fact been calculated. And on day 30, which was New Year's Eve, I called to have a mental health wellness check done on him, and he was committed.
Jail. Matter of fact, prison. immediately. This man has gone crazy. He might have thought the universe turned against him. Man, she said those were 30 days in December. I know December has 31 days on the first day I planned it all. My God. I hope that man is okay. I am glad he is pressing charges. Now, of course, this is all alleged. But ma'am, turn yourself in. You're a super villain. The streets aren't safe with you free. Oh my God. I hope that guy's okay.